Hi everybody, this is our anti-normal normal podcast with Ryan,
Yana, Lian,
and me, Kiki.
Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast. Last week, we talked about the global LGBTQ plus movement, and today we'll talk about the third culture kids, aka TCKs, and their extraordinary lives in Europe.
Just to clarify some things for the new listeners out there, Kiki, Yana, and I were actually born in Czech Republic, but Hoyan, you were born in South Korea and then moved to Europe, right?
Yeah, I only lived in my home country for 5 years, and then I moved to Portugal, which a lot of you may not know, and lived there for 6 years. And now I am living and studying in the Czech Republic for how many years now? 6 years already.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a lot.
So technically you grew up in Europe for the most of your life. And how do you feel? Because we already know that you don't feel so connected to the Czech culture. Do you even identify yourself as an European?
Well, first of all, I am legally not an European since I don't have a Czech or a Portuguese passport.
Okay, I think neither of us are except for Yana, actually.
Yeah.
But also, I never felt like an European because I was never fully accepted by the people in this community, no matter how hard I tried. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think everyone here was confronted with some very uncomfortable situations, at least once in their life living in Europe. But obviously, not everyone is like that.
Yeah, totally. I agree with you. Of course, not everybody in Europe is like that. But it's just really uncomfortable when you're like freaking sitting in the bus and then some random dude just comes to you and starts swearing like you to go back to the country.
Oh my God, language, please.
Keep it PG, please.
Anyway, back to our topic. The thing is, it's not only the younger generation. For me, it was a grandma. I didn't even know. Yeah, it was a grandma. I didn't even know grandmas even swear like that.
Oh my goodness.
Savage grandmas. We love them.
When you are kids, you get hurt by these people. You never had the confidence to stand up for yourself.
Yeah. I still don't have the confidence. If I was with someone, then I could maybe muster up my courage and say something back. But if I was alone, I would cuss at them.
Ooh, yeah.
No, but I would do it in my head
Well, I just feel like this whole thing isn't normal. Nobody should be scared of being shouted at or violently beaten or feeling like a small person.
Yeah.
Also, many of us experienced this when we were kids and learned to find these acceptable. And because of Corona, right now, Asian hate got worse. Have you guys realized it?
Yeah. I'm glad that people are now more informed nowadays, and that at least more people are addressing Asian hate than before, and just overall racial hate on social media, the hashtags, hashtag Stop Asian Hate or the hashtag Black Lives Matter. So,
yeah, but those are just trends, and even though they spread awareness, it will fade away again. But that's a story for another time.
Okay, we'll come back after a break.
Are you tired of school? Do you have enough of this continuous learning? Let yourself seduce to the crunchy waffle drenched in milk chocolate. That chocolate crispy taste is going to make your day. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
So, moving on from racism, let's talk about some problems that TCKs might experience at school.
Oh, school, our favorite topic.
Yeah. Like, no matter how hard my name is, I always force the teachers to say my name.
Oh yes, I think we are the witnesses. We have already heard many very interesting ones. I think all of us already know about it.
Yeah.
But still, none of our teachers actually asked me to change my name to something easier. But I've heard that some teachers actually asked Asian students to change their name.
Oh yeah. I read this post on Twitter from a girl, and her teacher mispronounced her name and made it sound like a swear word. And
Oh no.
her teacher asked her to change her name, even though he was actually the one who said the name wrong.
Honestly, that's just mad disrespectful. Like, my name is also not easy, but as Gwen said, nobody has asked me to change my name. Like, I'm saying most of the people put in the effort, and I respect that even if they say it wrong.
You know, right?
Yeah.
Also, I wonder how Korean students could survive in the Korean education system. It's so strict and so competitive. I've heard from my cousin that he studies more than 10 hours on the weekends.
Oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I would ever study more than 10 hours weekends. Right now, I'm glad that I'm studying in Europe.
I think nobody would. Moving on to the next topic. You know what I've realized? The beauty standards in Europe are very different from those in Asia.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Like, a lot of Koreans want to have what is it in English? Do you guys know what Sangaput is?
Yeah, I actually know what you're talking about because I'm so fluent in Korean one.
Double eyelids. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like a lot of Korean women have a double eyelid surgery to make their eyes look bigger.
oh yeah.
What?
I've heard that some teenagers already had plastic surgery, like even middle schoolers.
Yeah. Yeah. Some students even get surgery as their graduation present from their parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. I was so surprised when I heard about it. And I guess it's not so usual for us, like kids in Europe, to have plastic surgery. That's why it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we compare Asian and European standards, it's quite different. For example, in Vietnam, the ones who have darker skin often get bullied.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know, for some people in Vietnam, light skin symbolizes like wealth and royalty, meaning that they don't have to work all day under the sun. But in Europe, many people want to get tanned because tanning means you have enough money to go on vacation.
Or even pay for the fake tan.
My friend, when she visited Vietnam, her grandmother told her that her skin is too dark, and it was quite harsh. And my friend got really self-conscious about it and started to use whitening creams and powders, which basically bleaches and damages your skin.
Oh, no.
So she later stopped, because her parents were too worried about her. But I feel these standards are sometimes just so ridiculous. They made me so upset.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you because something similar actually happened to my cousin too. I get you.
Wow. It's so interesting how beauty standards are so different within the Asian countries. Like in Korea, women want lighter skin because they find them prettier, but not necessarily because it represents wealth and royalty.
Ooh. So don't forget that beauty standards are just a social construct. And as I mentioned earlier, trends come and go again. One year people really like this, and next year they are into something else. So beauty standards are just constantly changing.
Yeah, guys, just be yourself. Accept yourself. Embrace
Yeah.
yourself. We are all beautiful in our own ways.
Yeah.
Don't feel pressure to follow these standards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, we will come back after the commercial break.
Okay, Bradley, tell the class about your holidays.
Yeah, it was really good. My dad built us a new kitchen. It's got wooden bench tops and some stupid self-closing drawers. There was a dishwasher that was a real and even a breakfast bar. Mum thought Dad was a massive.
Get a kitchen installed without teaching your kids new words. Visit ikea.com.au. We can plan, deliver and install the whole thing for you.
So guys, how connected do you feel to your own culture? Do you consider yourself more as an European or maybe more like an Asian? Because like I said before, I don't define myself as an European. When somebody asks me where I'm from, I immediately say South Korea. I don't have these bufferings in my head. But when I actually go to South Korea and visit my family, I also don't feel 100% connected to my home country either. Even if I can read, write, and speak Korean. So I'm stuck in the middle of two identities. How about you guys?
Yeah, honestly, same girl, same. Well, on one hand, I consider myself as an Asian because I feel proud and connected to the Vietnamese culture. But at the same time, I'm not fluent in Vietnamese. I can, yeah, I can't read nor write. That's just sad. But on the other hand, if someone would ask me where I'm from, I also wouldn't say that I'm Czech either. So, yeah, it's just an identity crisis.
Yeah. Well, I never thought about my identity until people started talking about it. I feel more European, but I still appreciate and value Vietnamese culture and its traditions. In Czech Republic, people see me as a stranger, but in Vietnam, I feel like a stranger.
Ooh, so
damn.
deep. Oh yeah. At this point, I feel like I'm both. I was born here, but in the end, I was raised by Vietnamese parents, and even though there are some people who make me feel very unwelcome, I decided just not to care about them anymore. They don't define who I am, and I'm who I want to be and choose to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So guys, we are short on time, and I think it's time to say goodbyes to our listeners. And thank you for sharing your experiences, and we hope that our listeners will come back for more in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.